Welcome, family. My name is Charlie Rock, owner of REDPILL Solutions, LLC. Recently, I teamed up with Will Edwards of Camp Edwards out there in Tony, Alabama. We produced an event called the Conceal Carry Fashion Show. And what we did was we fused fashion with firearm safety with a focus on women's concealed carry option. So as an after effect, what we wanted to do was bring in clear view of the people that actually helped make this event come true. And like I said, we did it and it was a success. Today, my first guest of the Afterburner podcast is Mr. Trent Bennett here. And Mr. Bennett here, he's a very busy man. He is a fire marshal, deputy fire marshal, he's a competitive firearms shooter, dedicated father, dedicated husband. He has earned a master's degree in business management. And did I miss anything?
Man, it's a whole list. I know we're just getting started, man. That's
Okay.
hitting some of it. That's definitely hitting some of it.
For sure. He's also a member of Phi Beta Sigma fraternity, and he's a friend to many. So if I missed anything, please go ahead with something.
Whew, man, you pretty much hit it on the head. Competitive bodybuilder as well.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
Man, sometimes I forget how much I do, but I think you hit a majority of it though. Definitely.
Really? Okay. So it's hard. He got a whole list here, and I'm trying not to look down so much or what have you. But yeah. So let's start off with a deputy fire marshal. So what exactly is that? What do you do?
So on a daily basis, working with Huntsville Fire and Rescue, I am the deputy fire marshal for the city of Huntsville. My main duties is I oversee 10 assistant fire marshals, and we conduct inspections and investigations throughout the city while also doing public relations, plans reviews. So it's a whole multitude of different things that goes on in my department. So, but I oversee pretty much the operations side, and I report to the fire marshal. So that's pretty much a majority of what I do. But inspections and investigations is when you what you kind of think about when you come to the fire marshal's office as a deputy fire marshal.
So that's like investigations on fires or things like that.
Yeah, cause and origin. We try to figure out how it starts. We use the scientific method to figure out how it starts. We look for ventilation patterns, and we'll give you a determination. Most of the fires that we try to determine is usually undetermined because it can be very difficult.
Yeah.
So we have 4 causes. We'll say it can be undetermined, it can be accidental, it can be intentional, or it can be natural, such as lightning or some kind of natural cause from inclement weather. So that's how we do that.
Okay. One thing. So what happens when there's a storm, like tornadoes and stuff like that come through here? What do you guys do for that?
So beforehand, so most of the time, so I'm on the fire prevention side and we have a suppression side. Usually we'll get an incident action plan together to figure out what's gonna happen in regards to this event. So we plan for it. We'll have multiple teams. We'll have a strike team. We'll have our hazmat team, heavy rescue team, and then we'll have our fire prevention team to also do standbys just in case, such as if we have trees blocking the road, if we have power lines down, that we don't keep our main trucks out there because they are the ones that respond to medical calls, fires. We'll go do standbys and things of that nature. So, and then on top of that, we're running fire still. So that's how we come about in those type plans.
Okay. So most people run from danger. You guys run into it.
Absolutely.
So how'd you get into that line of work?
Believe it or not, man, I always tell this story. It's because of my wife. It's one really? Reason. So it's a very interesting story. Before I got to the fire department, I was doing corrections. I was in the process of becoming a correctional officer. I did 3 months on the job training, and during the process, I was working out, and I was at the gym at Powerhouse Fitness one day.
Okay.
My wife had asked me, said, "Hey, you thought about being a firefighter?" I was like, "No, because I ain't going into no burning building."
Right.
So I was like, I ain't doing that. And that was like the start of the application period. So I met this guy. He's a district chief now. I seen him on the treadmill, and I'm like, I ain't gonna say nothing to him because you don't know how people will react.
Yeah.
So the next day I go back to the gym, I see him again. I'm like, okay, that's twice in a row. Maybe I need to ask this dude how the job is.
Yeah.
I go and talk to him, and he lets me know. He said, "Hey, I've been here doing this for so and so. It's a great career, but I'm gonna give you the contact of who you need to talk to, to kind of help you out, to let you know. And the very first person, the other person that I talked to that kind of helped mentor me, he's also my frat brother, but he was the first African American fire marshal in the city of Huntsville, 200-year fire history.
Wow.
His name was Joe Louis Jordan. He was the very first fire marshal, and he's also my frat brother.
Yeah.
And so talked with him. He helped me get through, but kind of stepped back a little bit. The very last day of the application period, my wife asked me, she called me. We were then just boyfriend and girlfriend. She said, "You sure you don't want to do this?" I said, "Go ahead and put my application in." She said, "Oh, don't worry, I already did it."
Right.
So she jumped in and did it for me, and it was one of the best decisions I ever made. And I got
Gotcha.
14 years in now.
So that was my next question. So we can go past that one right there. So like I said, you run into stuff. So what was one of the most dangerous scenarios that you experienced?
So I'm gonna give you two. My very first fire that I ever had, coming out of rookie school that October, my very first structure fire was on Governor's Drive. I can remember it was like 6:15 that morning. My very first fire, I experienced a death.
A death.
That was a death, a fatality. We found a lady on the inside. She had passed away due to that. So that was pretty, coming right into the department, your very first one.
Yeah.
That can kind of throw you off a little bit. And I can still remember the time and where I was at when it happened because we were getting ready to get off. So that was kind of one thing. And then another one, we had plenty of them, but the other one I can name is we had a high angle rescue on Green Mountain. We had a gentleman that fell 20 feet off, 80 feet down off the bluff on Green Mountain. They tried to contact them, parents then was concerned. We get out there, get the call, go searching for him. He's down at the bottom of the cliff at the bottom.
Wow.
And we already had a police officer down there, but I was the very first firefighter to get down there. And I guarantee you, when I seen him, the only thing that was moving was his eyes.
Oh,
And
wow.
I said to myself, he ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
He's not gonna make it. So we get him up. We had to put him in a Stokes basket. Our high angle rescue team, we hooked him up and we pull him up the mountain. 6 months later, we see him at a surprise birthday party because he survived. But he
Oh,
was
wow.
given a 0% chance to live, and he survived. And so we go to his surprise birthday party. You go look at him, it's like it was nothing ever happened to him. I'm talking
Right.
about this dude was, you just knew it wasn't. Because when I asked him questions, the only thing he could do was just blink his eyes.
Wow.
And so we get there. He's fine. He's recovered. One of his gifts that he got was a brand new dog, and you'll be surprised what his dog name was, Cliff.
Cliff, really?
Yeah. So it
Okay.
was an experience, but there's other things. I'm getting out of a building in time for the building to collapse. I've been in that, but
So you
that's
had
part
to
of the job.
escape from the building before it fell on you?
Yeah. So we had an apartment building. It was Sun Lake Apartments out on Zert Road. A lot of people probably know what that place is. The type of construction that it was a balloon frame construction, and the fire was inside the wall. We didn't see it.
Oh, wow.
So we was on the second story floor, and when we was trying to find it, next thing we knew, you hear a horn go honk honk. Get out of the building. Get out of the building. About 2 minutes later, it all collapsed.
Oh, no.
So it could have got us.
Get
But
worse. Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
So
Um, pretty, you have a very difficult career, I would say. So, how did this career affect your life? How did it change your life?
for the better.
Yeah.
I think it opened up a lot of opportunity for me
Mhm.
because it's giving me chance to go and instruct people. I get to go teach people across the country because I also work for the Alabama Fire College. That's one of the ones we forgot. I work for the Alabama Fire College as an adjunct instructor.
Wow. Yeah.
So it'll take me different places
Mhm.
and just meeting people, especially doing what I'm doing now.
Mhm.
There's a lot of growth that you're seeing in the city of Huntsville. Is one of the fastest growing cities in the United States.
Mhm.
To get to be a part of that, to see all the new businesses that's coming,
Mhm.
it's just amazing.
Oh, yeah, because they got to get permits and everything else from you
All that
guys. Yeah.
inspections and everything. So we're a part of that.
Yeah.
Being a part of that growth, and you get to sign your name off on the newest projects and everything. It's an amazing feeling.
Wow. So I was going to get into that. So who was Trent before you got into the fire business and inspector business, period?
For me, man, I think I've always been the same person. It's just the way I was raised and just how grounded I've always been. Always been a disciplined person. I've been very disciplined, and you'll hear a lot of people always say that. I've always tried to push harder than most people.
Hmm.
Whatever I do, I always put my best foot forward. I always go hard and everything. So like even when we went to football practice, I go back to high school. When I graduated high school, we won a state championship.
Hmm.
Um, Even in practice, I would like push myself super hard.
Hmm.
Like, Trent, slow down. I
Hmm.
can't. I'm just
Yeah.
pushing myself, and I'm still that same way.
Right.
So that's why I do as much as I do, is because to me, there's no excuses. So I would say that I'm pretty much the same person, disciplined. Um, I just love life. I
Hmm.
love life. I love helping people,
Hmm.
which is part of my fitness
Hmm.
journey. Bodybuilding. I just love helping people. So it just now it's just like times 10 now because
Yeah.
I'm in a better position to do things.
Right.
So that's kind of who I am
That's
before this.
extremely interesting. I'm going to go to another card real quick,
Okay.
and this one's going to be basically regarding your competitive shooting
All right.
or what have you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So we get into the meat on this one right here. So I guess the general question would be, how did you fall in love with firearms? And then what was your first one? And do you still have
I'm gonna go ahead and jump into that one right there.
it?
I don't have that firearm no more.
Oh,
It was a
okay.
Glock 48.
Okay.
Um, Me and my wife both got into firearms in 2020. Everybody remember what happened in 2020, COVID.
Yeah.
The world was just going to hell. It was everybody was nervous, everybody was scared. We've always talked about saying we were going to get firearms. He just kept kind of putting it off. And then one day we said, okay, it's time. Let's go and get them.
Hmm.
I got a Glock 48. She got a Glock 43. As soon as we bought them, we knew we needed to train. We went right to the range. I'm pretty much self-taught for the most part.
Hmm.
Even though we took training classes,
Yeah.
I got a PhD in YouTube because that's why
Yeah. I know.
I learned a lot from
Yeah.
YouTube. So I did that. Um, got them trained. We was going at least 2 or 3 times a week, believe it or not. Even
Hmm.
during the week, we was
Wow.
going to train. That's how serious we were. And so we thought about it and we was like, man, we can take this a little bit further because we seen there's a lot of information that people may not know about. So it got into just buying it and then we bought a second one, bought another one, bought another one, and we was just training with different ones and we found out that all firearms don't shoot the same.
Right.
So it was very interesting. Like, okay, man, you pull the button, bang, it's gonna
Yeah.
be it ain't the
It
same.
ain't the same.
It ain't
Right.
they shoot different.
Hmm.
And so after that, just learned about it. We founded a gun club. We brought a gun club here as a part of the National African American Gun Association,
Naga, right?
NAGA.
Yeah.
And I was the president of the Rocky City Gun Club. So we
Hmm.
brought that, which me and you've talked about before.
Yeah.
Once we brought that, me and my wife said we want to go further. We want to become firearms instructors. We both became USCCA certified instructors, and we've been doing that since 2000, since 2021. So that's how we got into it, and it just kind of took off. And now I'm competitive shooting. I'm a
Yeah.
sponsored shooter
Hmm.
from Team Blacksmith, and I'm sponsored by Aimwin, which is an optics company.
Right.
And now I'm doing YouTube reviews, and it's just been great.
Yeah.
So it
It
just took
blossomed.
off. It took off.
Yeah. So one important thing I keep hearing from Trent here, him and his wife has definitely collaborated on a lot of different things. And I definitely have to say, I commend both of you. And it seems like she might have been one of the people that actually got Trent into firearms and not the opposite way or what have you. All right. So how long have you been shooting competitively?
So consistently
Consistently.
since 2025.
Okay.
My first competition, which is USPSA, which is the
Hmm.
organization, was in 2023, and I think I shot maybe 4 or 5 matches and loved it.
Hmm.
I just stopped. I actually got disqualified during that year in one match because my firearm got too close to the net and it broke a 180. So there's a lot of rules you can't break a 180, and that can be a downer. But usually they say there's ones that have been disqualified or going to get disqualified. Usually everybody's being DQ'd at least once in
Hmm.
that sport. It happens. But you can't break the 180. So I did about 4 or 5 matches and then I kind of stopped. As a matter of fact, I got a good friend. We both started at the same time. His name is Scooter.
Yeah. Yeah.
We both started at the same time and he kept going. And he's a master now.
Right. I've seen his videos.
Yeah, so he's a master now, and I said I'm gonna start back soon. I just didn't know when. I
Right.
kept saying I'm gonna start back. I'm gonna start back. So I started back in March of 2025.
Mm-hmm.
It's when I started back. In my very first match back, I think I got fourth or fifth.
Mm-hmm.
Because my very first few matches, I was very slow, studying other people, learning how to move. I was fast. I was like, this is much different. I was
Mm-hmm.
moving faster.
Right.
So from that time, from March to probably about a year later, I ended up classing up to A class in limited optics, which is a division.
Mm-hmm.
So I say 2 years is how long I've been doing it consistently.
Okay. So some of the lingo he's mentioning is directly from the hymns of competitive shooting. And if you're actually interested in that, I'm quite sure there's a plethora of information that you can look at to understand exactly what he's talking about as far as 180s and everything
It's a
else.
lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
So we're going to get into the candy jar here. Um, so which type of pistol do you actually use in competing?
All right, so I have two firearms right here. So you kind of heard me say limited optics
Mm-hmm.
and carry optics, and well, these are the different types of divisions that you have. So for the past 2 years, I've been shooting limited optics, and this is my limited optics firearm right here, which I've classed up to A class. That's how I earned my A class with this one. So this is my CZ Shadow 2. Um, I got it kind of decked out with a lot of different things. If we can
Mm-hmm.
talk about that. You see an optic on top. This is one of my sponsors, Aim Win, that sponsored me, and they also have it on this one too. But it has a thumb rest, it has lock grips, and on the internals, it's a company called Cajun Gun Works.
Oh, okay, I heard
It's
of them.
yeah, so it's a pro package in there, which makes the trigger lighter. So we're
Right.
talking about this is a double action, single action firearm.
Yeah.
For y'all who may not know what that is, you come take a class with me. I can show y'all that. Um, so the double action is probably a 5 pound trigger, but once it goes to single action, it's 1.8 pounds.
That's
So
light.
so you can barely touch it, and it's going off.
Yeah.
It's fast.
Yeah.
This is super fast. So this is my CZ Shadow 2. This is my MMP HD Steel competitor. I just got this one a few months ago, about 2 months ago, and I'm competing with this in carry optics. So I shot it for the first time about 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Shoots great.
Mm-hmm.
I love it, and that's pretty much it. But the difference between the big difference that gives it the division, if you see with this one has a magwell on it,
Mm-hmm.
and this one doesn't.
Does not.
So that kind of makes it different. So this is why this is limited optics, and this is why this is carry optics. But there's many other factors that can make that determination as well.
Wow. Wow. I see you got the what do you call those?
So it's a thumb
Thumb
rest to
rest.
help it to shoot flatter. So
Right.
yeah,
So having a trigger that pressure, the 1.5 pounds pressure to shoot it. If it was me, I probably would. It would sound like a machine gun just because of the recoil and it going back and forth. So I'm not ready for that just yet or what have you. So that's why he's definitely in a total different grade of shooting than I am. I'm not competing yet. Um, so I'm gonna ask you this question here.
okay.
You got a lot of people out there you're shooting against, and everybody's equipment's probably pretty much the same or a little different, providing a different kind of edge. Are you a gun snob?
I don't consider myself one. Some
Yeah.
people may.
Hmm.
Um, the team that I'm with, Team Blacksmith,
Yeah.
is founded by a good friend, Michael Blackson. He's out of Philadelphia.
Hmm.
There was an event called a regular meetup,
Hmm.
and they were giving out awards. He actually won Gun Snob
Oh
for
wow.
this award. I'm talking about he got all the firearms you could think of. He's got all the Terran Tacticals, the Hayes Customs. I mean, like it's crazy. And it
Hmm.
actually was between him and my frat brother, who is 2A in LA, who has a whole plethora of 1911 double stats as well. So it was
Oh yeah.
between them two. You want to talk about gun snobs?
Hmm.
Those two guys are gun snobs.
Okay.
I ain't even on that level,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
some people may consider me one, but I don't think so.
I
I
got
don't
you.
think so at all.
So with that being said, there's somebody in the audience that I need to understand this. Like if you're really into firearms or anything else, could be toasters or tea kettles or what have you. When you buy one, you're gonna buy another one, and then you're gonna find another one, and then there's gonna be a reason that you want this other thing, and then
Mhm.
there'll be another thing. So it's like a trickle down effect, and you will not stop. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Some people love Jordans. I
Yeah,
love firearms.
firearms. Yeah, me too. I mean, I have shoes too. but I probably don't have as many firearms as you do or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, I try to keep a good balance. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Most
So you
definitely.
look good no matter. I've seen your videos. And these right here are definitely firearms here that probably cost a lot. You know, a lot of money. Okay.
Yeah. Wife.
Um,
Yeah. Wife would get on to me about that one.
right. So do you compare or critique other shooters?
That's a good question. I try not to compare. Um, because everybody's different, and when you compete, I know one of the things probably want to know is that if I'm competing with that person or am I competing with myself. Well, I'm competing with both.
Mm-hmm.
But I compete to get better,
Mm-hmm.
seeing how I can push myself. Now on my team, we have some grandmasters and some masters that are on our team. That when I seek advice, I say, "Hey, critique me. Tell me what I can do better." And
Mm-hmm.
we talking about a sport that we talking about milliseconds can mean the
Right.
difference
Right.
between you placing first and 10th.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and everything is just factored in. So I'm trying to push myself and be better than what I was last week. But
Mm-hmm.
this sport is so dynamic, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you're forever trying to learn how to get better.
Right.
So I'm trying not to compare myself, but it's good to kind of measure yourself to see where you can be. So
Right.
like if I go look at times, I'm like, okay, this is a master. How fast was his raw time? Am I moving as quickly as he is? Am I finding my optic as fast and doing my transitions? Yes, I measure myself by that, but I'm really not comparing myself. I'm trying to be the best version of myself
Mm-hmm.
and get better that way. So it all helps. But I don't critique anybody. I'd rather people critique me that's
Mm-hmm.
at a higher caliber so that I can get better because they've been doing it longer.
Right.
So I don't critique anybody, but
Okay. So I definitely can't critique you. So in order to get this good, right? I think we're gonna take a break after this. Where do you actually shoot at?
So the range I practice at is, as far as the range that I practice at,
Mm-hmm.
Camp Edwards, 205A Water Tank Road. That's
Yep.
where we get a lot of practice in. I've been going to that range for 5 years, and Will Edwards, shout out to Will and Lisa. They
Definitely.
have a great range. Airbnb is it's top notch, and I've been rocking with him since day one. Once me and him had to talk, kind of like how me and you when we first talked, is the
Yeah.
same talk me and Will had.
Right.
I told him once we found out he had the range, I said, I'm going to be a member. It was instant.
Instantly.
I didn't waste any time. Me and my wife got a membership out there right
Right
away,
away.
and I'm not going anywhere else.
Yeah.
So Camp Edwards, 205A Water Tank Road in Tony, Alabama. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. If y'all have any questions, feel free to reach out to us because it's a great range, fun and engaging, and we love just having fun out there.
Yeah. Let me caveat on that. The range, Camp Edwards, it's not just the range. Like you said, you mentioned Airbnbs, but there are also other events that happen out there, family reunions, um, uh, tailgates, and that's where we actually had our first annual Conceal and Reveal fashion show. Um, so that's about it for right now. Next, we're going to go into your bodybuilding and some other things like that, you know,
Okay.
that you're actually into.
All right.
All right.
Looking for your next exclusive escape? Welcome to Camp Edwards, a family and veteran-owned retreat in Tony, Alabama. Sharpen your skills at our member-only outdoor shooting range. Relax inside our private lounge. Enjoy a peaceful cabin getaway. Or host an unforgettable private event. Experience the perfect blend of recreation, relaxation, and country-style comfort. Visit Camp Edwards online and schedule your tour today.
So bodybuilding and fitness. I know fitness is definitely something that I'm trying to pay more attention to because your best fitness starts when you're younger and you continue that pattern, that discipline throughout your life or what have you. But that doesn't mean that everybody can't start at a certain point. Tell me about your journey and let's talk about fitness first, then we're going to bodybuilding.
All right. So fitness, has always been a thing for me. Something as simple as playing outside, that's a part of fitness. I've always been active. And I truly believe that in my fitness journey, I want to keep this forever going is because I don't want to be, I look at it like this. If I'm healthy and taking care of myself, then I don't have to be a burden to somebody else.
Mhm.
Um, Typically, a lot of times what I hear is people that are older, you don't want to get older. You don't want to get older. Well, why not? There's perfectly fit people who are in their 70s and 80s and that are doing just fine. And just because you're getting older, it doesn't mean it has to be a death sentence. So I do it for longevity. I love fitness. I love staying active because I see people body start to break down. I'm 38 now, and people would say, "Man, I remember when I was like you. I don't think he was ever like me." That's not being cocky. I'm just saying because if you had that mindset, that kind of lets me know what your mindset was years ago.
Yeah.
So in your 20s, your body's probably breaking down, and now you're starting to get older. It's getting worse. So I believe in longevity, that you have to take care of yourself in the long run. And now, especially that I got twin girls, I think it would be a disservice that, hey, daddy can't run around with you. Daddy can't play with you because he's out of shape.
Yeah, he's
And stuff.
tired.
He's tired and stuff like that. They don't deserve that. They didn't ask for that.
Right.
So I need to keep myself up so I can be able to play with my girls, to be able to, not be a burden on my family. Because remember, I'm in the fire service. I mean, I've been on ambulances where we picked up 800-pound people, believe it or not.
Oh my God.
And it is not, it's a burden. And people throw their backs out because they have to do things like that. You don't want to be a burden on the healthcare system either. So, I mean, if you can try to do something to prevent the sickness and everything, I think you should do it.
That is amazing. I've seen some of the documentaries and such on people that are having excessive weight, right? They got to get cut out of a house or what have you. It's unfortunate, but I think what they call that's kind of like a disease or something like that or what have you. Obesity, lack of discipline. It's a bunch, but those people are people as well or what have
Right.
you. That's a soul or whatever. Everybody has something going on with them. It could be mental, physical, or whatever the case is. This isn't on my cards, but what do you eat? How do you stay? What do you eat first? That's what feeds the machine.
Yeah. So this is funny. This is funny. I'm actually vegetarian. And by looking at me, most people say like, no, no, no. I just made a lifestyle change. I feel better because I haven't eaten meat. My wife is not vegetarian, but we were both. I try not to say the word vegan or anything like that, but for the past, we started in 2021. About 3 years, I had no animal products, anything. Then I just slowly, the past year or two, I kind of introduced cheese and eggs and stuff like that, but I still haven't touched meat. So I eat a lot of tofu, a lot of just veggies and everything. Protein is protein. It comes from you want to get it from where you get it from. I might have to eat more of it. And then I have protein shakes and of that nature. So my nutrition, that's what it pretty much consists of. It's definitely a lot of tofu. Definitely a lot of tofu. But there's a lot of options out there that
Really?
people, I mean, it's different now. You have
Yeah.
a lot of options that's out there to help you to reach your goals.
Okay. Yeah, I eat just about everything, to include oatmeal cookies, raisin oatmeal cookies. So
I do too. Don't believe it. Don't I do? It's
I think I got gluten ones at Publix. Well, vegan and Publix. So let's go into the bodybuilding part now.
okay.
So explain this to me. I see all the big guys out there. I'm nothing like that or what have you. One day I might have you train me or whatever, but don't hurt me. What is bodybuilding? Explain this to me, to the audience.
So, I mean, there's so many different divisions. You have the open division, you have the classic physique. And I'm talking just from the men's standpoint. Then you have the men's physique, which I do is when we're wearing the board shorts. They say that the guys that wear the board shorts ain't got no legs. I got little legs now, but I feel like that fits my physique the best. And typically those are the ones you think about that are a little bit more achievable. And it kind of considered like the male models in a way. So I do the men's physique division. I've competed in 4 shows since 2017. 2017 was my very first show. I think I did second place in that one. My second show, I was in 4 divisions. I got first place in hero division. And I was doing novice and true novice, which was a first and a 4th place finish, and then overall it was a 4th place finish. And then in 2019, I did 5th place at the Riptide Classic in Panama City. So then when 2019 stopped and 2020 came in, I had plans on doing another show. And again, COVID shut everything down, shut the gyms down. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a break because I ain't trying to get sick or nothing like that.
Right.
And said I'll start back. 7 years later is when I started back. And so I just competed in the show about 3 weeks ago and competed in 2 divisions. I got first place in the hero division and I got third place overall in the class, my class. So bodybuilding, the reason I do it is because it's a certain type of discipline that you have to have. When you talk about the percentage of people that can do it, we're talking about 1% of people that can do this because it's a discipline. So, I mean, some nights you're not going out with. I don't party anyway, so it's really no issue to me.
Right.
But the discipline that you have to have. But I've said this before too. Along with having that discipline, it's also good to have a support system.
Yes.
And my wife is been my biggest supporter. And this is the crazy part. She was eating everything that I ate. She was eating everything that I ate. She went through prep with me.
Yeah.
So it made it easier. It made it easier to have that support. And then as you're getting closer to the show, man, you're like, man, I see that big old piece of red velvet cake. You know, I can't wait. I can't wait. You almost there. You almost there. Just we gonna get there. And as soon as we was done with that show, boy, I got me a big piece of red velvet cake, and I got a burger this big, man. But that's what it's fun. But I like the discipline aspect of it because I'm a disciplined person, and you have to be disciplined in order because if you get on stage, it's gonna show.
It's gonna show.
It's gonna show, and then you talking about posting pictures of people gonna.
They're gonna critique you.
They're gonna critique you, and if you look bad, they're gonna say something. It's gonna. Why are you doing this? Why is he doing this? So you at least want to be able to look the part, like you know what you're doing. So that's what bodybuilding is to me.
Okay. That's a lot, man. You are definitely, well, number one, you know, you got you and your wife have a nickname out there. It's Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
So I've heard that.
You know that. Or what
I've heard that.
I think you guys are better than Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They're fictional. We could reach out and touch you. Right. By the way, Trent basically posts everything immediately, right? So I had to get him to pump his brakes on something. So I have exclusive, and I mean exclusive video of his bodybuilding competition, and he was doing a few flexing moves, and I don't want to try to show him up right now. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to find a way to put that into this video right here. So let's talk about the Conceal Reveal fashion show real quick. So what was the reason that you participated in it?
So first I was asked to participate in it, and I was like, I've been a part of something like this before, and I was like, absolutely. And then my wife was a part of it as well. So I was like, okay, let's show people how you can really conceal carry in multiple ways. That was actually the perfect show to do that because people don't understand that there's a certain amount of ways that you can carry your firearms, whether you're dressed up, whether you're, in workout gear. There's different ways to do things, but a lot of people don't understand it. They don't know that. So, when the opportunity came upon me to jump into this, I was like, absolutely, I'm down for this. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. So that's why I got into it. Me and my wife both did, and we were happy with the results.
Yeah,
definitely.
I was definitely happy. Your numbers are incredible. But what you posted, I've never seen anything I had to do with that have so many, like 300 and something thousand all the way through. I wish I had those numbers on my site, but thank you for collaborating. You know what I'm saying? So I got that a little bit.
We didn't expect that, man.
It's killer, man. That just shows that the show actually deserves another run through, definitely. So I'm gonna put the plug in here, 2027 Conceal and Reveal. So if you were a guest, right? You were somebody sitting out there, what would you say about the show from a guest standpoint?
What I would say is that it was well put together. I just knew when I first came out there, I know what to kind of expect already, but just to see how the setup was, I mean, it was well put together, and then it's something that you've never seen before.
Right.
Like we're about to see a fashion show with firearms and how you can carry. That's different. A lot of people, I mean, some people been to fashion shows, but to be in this type of dynamic is totally different. So if I was a guest, my mind would have been blown to have seen that setup, because it was beautiful. The weather was perfect. You had vendors out there. You had food trucks out there. It was a lot going on, and the setup was just immaculate. It was a great experience. Is what I would say to myself. That's just a great experience. And if you missed it, you missed it.
Right.
You should have been there.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
So I would say this right here, like Trent saying, he's not just an insider. He's looking at it from a third person point of view or what have you. And from this standpoint, I would say anybody that did miss it, you might have missed 2026, but look at the videos that we already have posted on Instagram and Facebook. But there's going to be a 2027 out there, and if you actually happen to be a model or somebody that might want to participate in some way, shape, form, or fashion, please reach out to me. My name is, like I said, Charlie Rock. You can look me up, REDPILL Solutions, LLC, on Instagram, and yada, 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 yada. Why don't you put a plug in for what you represent out there on the social media?
So you can reach me in multiple ways. You can find me on Facebook, Trent Bennett, MBA. If you put that in, you'll find me. On Instagram, Focused Gains 1914. You'll find me right there. And you can what else? Those are the two main ways that people can reach out to me. If you hit me up on those, you'll find me. Or we also have a Facebook page. It's called Equipped Community Defense Training and Tactics, which is me and my wife's firearms business. If y'all reach out on there to us, we can take care of you there as well.
Okay. And one last thing, his sponsorship from AimWin, it actually works. I purchased a green dot from them, and I put it through the ringer. I didn't really get into telling you this, but I did submerge that thing in water, because my firearms, they got to be waterproof.
Right.
Because it's never going to, it's not going to be always sunny and something happens. My stuff has to maintain itself, whether rain, sleet, sunny or anything else. So it does work, and it knocked a ton of money off of it. So look him up, AimWin, put in his code, and what is it?
Discount code Trent, TRENT. You'll get 20% off.
Boom. Well, Trent, thank you. REDPILL Solutions, Afterburner, you're actually #1. So I appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you out there on the range. And yes, I go there too.
And I appreciate you having me.
Hey, not a problem.